What is a woman BA? Forks BS, brought to you today by Vets in the Park. Make sure to stop at the 5th annual Vets in the Park this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at University Park in Grand Forks. It's open to the public, it's great fun for the whole family, and it's free. There's bouncy houses, face painting, a playground area, food, UND drone demo, music by Kenny and the Classics, and more. Make sure you buy a raffle ticket and come help honor veterans that served, giving us peace and freedom on America's 250th anniversary. Vets in the Park this Saturday at University Park from 11 to 4, honoring veterans and their families within the Red River Valley and surrounding communities. We'll see you there. Everybody, again, welcome to Forks BS. If you have any questions or comments or anything you want to talk about, that's what we want. We want you to call us up. Our phone number is 701-213-0863, 701-213-0863. Let's do it. It's our daily segment. It's called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Went to the gas station yesterday, asked for $5 worth of gas. So I go there and I want $5 worth of gas. Guy working there farted and gave me a receipt. I wanted $5 worth of gas, so he farted and gave me a receipt.
I don't get it.
Gas is expensive. He farted and charged me $5.
Oh, the
I'll
gas.
slow down for you.
The fart was the gas. Okay, I got you. I was a little slow on the intake on that one.
That's all right. How you doing?
All right.
And the reason I brought that up, so yesterday we're getting ready to go to Fargo because wife had a doctor's appointment. I noticed gas is $3.79 in Grand Forks. So we get to Fargo, and I'm driving around, and I'm thinking, we don't really need gas. But then I start looking at prices. Oh, there's $3.59. Oh, there's $3.49. Oh, my gosh, there's $3.39. So I end up thinking, okay, fine, we'll put $20 in just because. I ended up paying $3.49 for it while it was $3.79 here. I get here now this morning, I'm driving by, it's $3.89. So while it went down 50 cents in Fargo, it went up a dime here. What the hell? So there, I got that off my chest. Good old
Archie. That's Archie for you.
Well, got that off my back. So anyway, Minnesota primary was yesterday, and I don't have my voted sticker with me, but I did go vote. Let's see, for Republican Governor's Party, of course, the primaries, Lisa DeMuth beat Mike Lindell, so he's done.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, my pillow guy is done.
Did you vote for Klobuchar?
No, I only voted for Republicans. This is you don't vote for Democrats in this one. You can't cross lines. This is the primary. But she won also, which is no surprise, but I can't stand her. Lieutenant Governor Penny Flanagan will win the Democratic primary. She'll face NFL sideline reporter. Remember when she used to be on the air, Michelle Tafoya. Let's see here. Amy Klobuchar will face Republican Lisa DeMuth, the Speaker of the Minnesota House, to replace retiring Democratic Governor Tim Walz. And so they didn't quite go the way I did, but there we go.
The Democratic Party is so incredibly stupid. Mm-hmm. How on earth do they keep winning, even in states like Minnesota? I mean, it just blows. I can give
you one answer.
Who are voting for these people?
Somalians. That's who's voting for these people.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't need an ID. Just go in and vote. You need an ID to buy liquor. You need an ID to go rent a movie. You need an ID to do everything but except vote in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because I vote in a little township. It's not even in town. It's about 10 minutes from my house, a little bit less. I'm in Huntsville Township, so I go and I vote in Mallory. And we're driving home because we took Lori's car to Fargo. So we were coming home, and I'm thinking, okay, let's shoot over by Reynolds, hit Old 81, and we'll do the crossway there so that way I don't have to go home because I had forgotten my wallet. And I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, am I going to need my driver's license? Well, then I found a picture of it in my phone, so I thought, no big deal. So I go up there, I go, do I need an ID? And he goes, nope, you don't. But they had all my information already.
Yeah.
They know us. You walk in the door and it's, oh, hey, how you guys doing? It's a small thing. But we were in and out of there from the time we parked until the time we got in the car and left, 5 minutes. And 2 of those minutes were probably just BSing and talking to the people. But, so that is something we need to do. In my opinion, we need to have, you need to have a picture ID to vote. It's ridiculous. Too many people that shouldn't be voting are voting. WNBA, do you follow women's basketball? Do you even follow men's basketball at all?
No.
I'm not a
No.
big fan. It's fun to play, but I'm just not a big fan. But
I mean, after seeing it, I wouldn't mind watching that Sophie Cunningham.
yeah, she's cool. She's got attitude. I like her.
And she's hot.
Yeah, and she is, and she is all for not having trans in sports. Guys, boys should not be playing in girls' sports. And she is pretty good looking. But so I do watch it once in a while just because I'm such a sports freak. But I don't know if you guys saw this. Chicago Sky Guard Dijonay. I mean, it sounds like something you should put on a hot dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I put that on. Yeah.
Grey Poupon, Dijonay. Dijonay Carrington, she threw herself into the flames of controversy Saturday and I was watching the game live. Flagrant foul left the end of Indiana Fever's Sophie Cunningham bloodied, leading to an ejection and a subsequent social media post that read, "White privilege."
Yeah.
She did that right after the game. Now, Cunningham said after the game she believed the foul was intentional. If you've seen the replay, which I'm sure you have, everybody
She's lucky
has.
she didn't break her neck.
Exactly. And that's happening more and more and more. I don't know if they're mad that the Caucasians are getting more of the views and more of the hits and more of the media time. I don't know. But for her to say white privilege, and then Monday night, she kind of dismissed the notion that the foul was intentional. Unfortunate, I made contact with her in the way I did, but it was never intentional. And it might happen again. That's just how I play. I'm always going to play all out. I'm not going to just let an open layup happen, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm never intending to hurt anybody, regardless of the outside noise or whatever the situation may be. Carrington said she wants consistency across the board when asked whether Cunningham should have been ejected for the shove she gave her after the fall. No, and whether that's a foul or not, she said, whether it's retaliation or reaction, I'd love for it to be consistent across the board. Okay, so here's what you're saying then, Dijonay. If you grab me by the throat or the neck and slam me to the floor, we need to be consistent. So I should be able to get somebody and do the same damn thing to you. Mm-hmm. We're being consistent. Now, here's another thing. She says, I don't think we're there yet. It's something I've talked to the league about as well. I think it will eliminate a lot of frustrations we have. Now, the white privilege thing, of course, she started back stepping right away.
Yeah, of course.
She said, because all the criticism she got. She said there was evidence to back up her post. She failed to provide any. I never once claimed that the assessment of the foul was white privilege. That was your assumption. So she's talking about us assuming that. Try exercising your critical thinking skills. I know you studied psych, she wrote in a post on X. Furthermore, I'm the last thing from ignorant or asinine when it comes to speaking on white privilege. Do ya research on that one? Do ya? Yeah. What I did, I actually went to school, one of the top universities, might I add, to educate myself on this exact subject. I would never use that term as a rhetorical weapon, knowing the historical and social weight it holds without having the proper evidence to substantiate it. Why did you say it then?
Yeah.
Why did you even say it then? Now, here's what gets me.
Victim mentality.
Yep, and here's what gets me about Dijonay Carrington. You ever see her?
Oh, you mean with her fake white
wig?
wig?
She wears a blonde wig.
Yeah.
Why? Is it a privilege? Which there's no such thing, or what?
I saw the perfect meme, and it was, you have the two pictures, and all you have to do is reverse them. And so you have one that is white privilege, but then if it was Sophie doing that, then it's racism.
Right. And here's the thing. We're not knocking one or the other here. We don't do that. We have friends, that are black and white. Mm-hmm. But when you don't use that. You just don't use that when you start saying the privilege stuff. That's bullshit. And she used it. And so if you're so educated at one of the top universities in the country, why would you have even put that on there in the first place? For dumb. You're just asking. And then you feel bad and you feel like people are picking on you. If this was the NBA or if this was the NHL, somebody would have just took her and just beat the living tar out of her by now.
Oh, yeah. Nothing says white privilege like basketball.
That's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one. But granted, the WNBA right now needs help, and this is not doing it for them. I mean, it was fun to watch, but it's getting crazy. They are getting crazy. If this kind of stuff was happening in an NBA game, a men's game, there would be brawls. There would be people getting majorly hurt because people don't put up with that crap, and they never will. By the way, folks, if you've got something you want to talk about, feel free to text or call us, all right? 701-213-0863. 701-213-0863 is our number. Otherwise, you're going to have to listen to us talk about more WNBA stuff. Another thing,
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
another thing, I was watching when the Indiana team was playing Minnesota in the Target Center Sunday. Lynx coach, by the way, the Minnesota Lynx are the number one team in the WNBA. They've won numerous titles. They're always at the top. Here's what gets me. Lynx coach, Sophie Cunningham, she's been taking a platform, and that's her stance on transgender participation in women's sports. She's been doing that for a long time. She believes in it, as do a lot of us. There should not be boys or men in women's sports. Well, now Minnesota Lynx coach Cheryl Reeves, she's been wearing this a lot. She wore a light blue shirt under her jacket that said, "Trans kids belong." Trans kids belong, and she directed her team, the top team again, to that win over the Fever. There were fans in the stand wearing T-shirts that read, "Trans kids belong in sports." Well, gee, go figure. In Minneapolis, of course there will be. Third straight Fever game that drew a rally after Cunningham recently voiced support for barring transgender girls and women's from girls in women's sports in an ESPN article published last week. Cunningham and Reeve actually talked in a conversation at midcourt, but Reeve wouldn't want to share the exact nature of their talk. I think the WNBA itself, the owners of the Minnesota Lynx, they need to step up. This is not your damn platform. I hate that. It's like going to a concert, paying all this money to go to a concert, and all they do is talk about their politics.
Yeah,
to me, that is right. If you're this well-known WNBA coach, go wear that shirt whenever you want, wherever you want. I don't think there's time for that. If I would have been the director or the producer of that show, I would have said, "Don't put the camera on her."
Yeah.
But then again, who are you going to piss off then?
Well, I think it's hysterical because I think you're going to go into this, but they're the two NBA players that I think they're retired NBA players.
Yep,
actually.
they are, and we're going to get to that in a while.
Yeah. I'll hold off on that one for a second.
It's Cunningham said Friday in Portland that she wasn't concerned about rallies against transgender participation in women's sports becoming a distraction. I think everyone who knows me personally, they know that I'm full of love. I'm bubbly. I love the people around me, Cunningham said. I love basketball. I love inspiring the next generation and doing that things like that in a positive light. And so that doesn't even cross my mind, doesn't cross my teammates' mind. And they ended up winning. The Minnesota Lynx are really good. But how in the world could you even want guys and girls sports?
Hey, any relation to Leighton Cunningham?
I don't know. Makes sense. Oh, there. We should probably do one of them. But, they've been talking about this now for how long? Could you imagine, and we will get to that, could you imagine guys playing girls basketball?
Do you want to play a video?
We will. We're going to take a break, but then we will. But think about this now. It might work in high school. It might work in high school because I know people that graduated high school at 5'10", and 10 years later, they're twice the size, and the same with the women. But okay, if we're going to do that, let's try that in football. Let's try that in hockey. Let's try that in basketball. Let's do that all the way up into the professional leagues. Then what are they going to do when they get hurt? They're going to start crying. They're going to start saying, "Well, you got to leave. You got to lay up on us. You can't tackle us that hard." I played hockey one time I was a freshman, and this was before girls hockey, and there was a girl playing on the team we played against. I met her in the corner, and it's a girl. What do you do? Mm-hmm. You're going in hard for the puck. What do you do? She didn't get up. Yeah. She had to be carried off. That's what you do because you wanted to play men's sports as a girl. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a guy that actually offered the WNBA $10 million to put them against a high school boys basketball team. And chances are, The high school boys basketball team would probably win.
It may be.
And if you want to see what a man would look like in, say, girls hockey, look no further than when your son got blasted by that guy and his entire cage got dented in from that check.
Yeah.
That would be what it would look like.
I still have that cage at home in his bedroom, too. It's
Oh,
funny.
man, that was a hit.
Yeah, he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for a while after that one. Altru is going to cancel home health care in October. That's right. I believe it's even earlier than that, one of the followers says. Good morning. And there you go. But I like how we titled this, what is a woman BA? So kind of like woman and then use that N and then BA because that's what's going to happen. And I really think right now the league, the WNBA is just, they don't know what to do. Because with all of these people, and there was another lady, when the two of the younger girls had signs for Sophie saying, we back you, whatever. One of the owners from that other team went and started yelling at these two girls that paid for their tickets and were there. And that's ridiculous. She did get suspended. But the WNBA right now, if you're at the head of that league, you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, what did we get ourselves into? That's what happens when you let your coaches and your players and this stuff happens. These flagrant fouls are happening. It's getting out of hand. And that's the only way they're going to sell any tickets is because now it's more like going and watching full contact basketball with girls.
Yep.
And that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah, it's like that shit. Did you hear that Shane Gillis joke? He did it was like the Epsies or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, when Caitlin Clark retires, she's going to get a job at the Waffle House to do what she knows best, get beat up by black women.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh, my goodness. But I tell you what, we're going to play. We'll take a little break here, but we're going to be playing a video for you when we get back. In just a couple of minutes, but Forks BS, and again, if there's something you want to talk about, and I know Altru is closing. We did the news story about it the other day. I wish we would have known about this. We would have probably done some more prep work on it, but since nobody has gotten a hold of us, this is what we're going to be doing. But stay tuned. We're going to be back with more Forks BS. Boy, we're still talking about the WNBA. Hold on. I guess that's my cue. It's my cue to talk about Rumors Sports Bar and Casino right here in the Grand Cities Mall. Right now, we're trying to get a bus to the Red Clay Strays. They're playing on Tuesday night. So if you want to jump on the bus at Rumors to go to the Red Clay Strays concert, get a hold of them. Let them know. Right now, they're on the fence. All right, we need a couple more people, and I'll be on that bus, so hopefully you'll be too. You know what? You can watch your favorite WNBA team at Rumors. They got wall-to-wall TVs. Jump on the bus for your concert or UND sports. By the way, football's coming up real soon with UND. Home of the world-famous Beer Tower. They got the Monday's DJ Trivia Night. Initials game every second Tuesday. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. And they have got some spectacular food, too. Great lunch and dinner specials today. Burger and a side, and you're going to save a bunch of money on it. Check them out, Rumors Sports Bar and Casino. Let them know you want a bus to the Red Clay Strays. They're right here in the Midtown District Mall. The Red Clay Strays Grateful Tour is coming to the Alaris Center on August 18th. Get your tickets now at the Alaris box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. Strays are like my new favorite. If you haven't heard of them, man, they dominated at the CMA Awards. They did a couple of live videos. I love them. They're really good. They're out of Mobile, Alabama. You might think they're a gospel band, but they are not. They just like to jam, and they like to talk about their life. And you know what? If the spirituality has something to do with that, so be it. Welcome to Forks BS. What is a woman BA? Again, thank you to the people calling and texting us. Do you want to play that video now? And just we'll set it up, or
Well, let's give people a frame of reference. Too.
Okay.
And for people that are just listening to this on audio, not watching it.
Okay.
This actually came out 2 years ago, and it was produced by the Daily Wire. So they actually have a few good movies, but you can only get them if you're a member of the Daily Wire. And so I actually haven't seen this movie. I just remember the trailer. And something else I thought was kind of crazy about this is that we actually had a girl on the show that's in this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Naomi Bromke, I think it was.
Okay.
She was she works for TPUSA.
Oh.
And I think she has like a little cameo in this movie.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I think she was like a referee or something. But
Oh.
yeah, she was on the show and she was talking about that. But anyway, it's just so perfect because, I mean, it's like they predicted the future. Because this is exactly where we are right now.
I was just going to say that.
Yep. So,
you know, if they would have done that movie today, we would all just went, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to play this trailer
Okay.
and everybody get a kick out of this. And it's not the full trailer. We're just doing the
Right.
basketball
We
part.
skipped through a little bit of it. But, yeah, check this out. And like Paul, the producer, said, if this would have came out now, people would have went, oh, yeah. But when it came out 2 years ago, it's like there's no way in heck this will happen. Let's take a look and see here.
We could play basketball. We have to get the whole team back together.
It's time
We're in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
to play.
Lady Ballers. Mount up.
Like a girl.
That's right. I'm with her. This is my turn.
From heroes
Day one of being a girl athlete. I love being a girl.
to sheroes.
We could dominate every woman's sport. Running, swimming, soccer. I said sport, Felix!
It's ladies basketball, boys. Nobody watches.
Excuse me, are these seats open?
Never mind.
Getting dunks. And tucking trunks.
No, she didn't. That's the biggest I've ever seen on a lady.
I don't care.
Lady ballers.
One can even be trans age now, which provides Sheelix with a wonderful opportunity to relive all the experiences that she missed out on in school.
Streaming exclusively on Daily Wire Plus December 1st.
Oh, boy. But think about it. That could happen. And when we were talking about this, you know, and a lot of this is because, again, of Lynx coach Cheryl Reed wearing that shirt that says trans kids belongs. Well, now former NBA center Enes Kanter Freedom has announced that he is declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft, arguing the league's approach to inclusion should make him eligible, and he is absolutely correct. 6'10" he is. Averaged over 11 points and 7 boards a game on over 50% shooting from the field. Played for the New York Knicks, the Boston Celtics, and the Portland Trail Blazers. Although he retired in 2022, he took to his social media to express interest in a new career move, joining the WNBA. He was wearing a WNBA hoodie. He shared that he had reviewed the league's eligibility framework, and he believes he qualifies under what he described as its principles surrounding self-declaration and inclusion. Now, after careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I'm officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect, he said. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. He stated that he and his team had carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion, concluding that he was eligible to declare for the April 2027 draft, insisting his announcement was not intended as an attack on transgender people. I'm definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I'm simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. He also said
He has a full
statement.
beard, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's got a full beard. He also directed a statement toward the WNBA. So my team and I are preparing to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. See you at training camp. Of course, this spread across social media. In fact, that a second former NBA player, Royce White, said he was also going to declare. He played for the Houston Rockets. He's been off for a while. He was the 2012 NBA rookie. But they asked for it.
Honestly, I would watch the WNBA
Yeah.
just to watch those.
Oh, for
stupid-
sure.
I mean, Every girl out there would look like a child.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it would just be absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they'd be putting up 80 points a game.
Have you seen this French transgender basketball player, Julie Tetart?
No.
Julie Tetart. She's drawn international. Well, I don't know how they can call her. Does that look like a her to you?
Oh, boy. Who's this lady? She looks like she wants to come in.
Sure. Open the door. Let's see what she wants.
All right.
With a dog.
Maybe it's Nikki.
Hi. Okay. Hi. Okay. Well, thank you. All right. Just wanted to say hi. Wow. Okay.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was. So Monaco Basketball Association player Julie Tetart. She's a transgender player, has been on the standout performers in the French LF2 second division this season, helping Monaco finish fifth.
She looks like Loki.
Yeah, she does. Wow. And I tell you what, this makes an ugly man, let alone an ugly woman. Boy. Now, this leads to the question, what defines a woman? I mean, is that really a question? Kind of a simple question that became the obviously centerpiece of the 2022 documentary, What is a Woman?, in which political commentator Matt Walsh asked the question to too many people to garner reactions, as well as looking into the history of modern debate around gender identity. So we went around and asked different people, what is a woman?
It actually blows my mind because one person, this was like a college professor or something that wouldn't answer the question. It said, if somebody were to dig up a man and a woman, 100 years from now, would they be able to tell the difference? And she refused to answer. Of course, you'd be able to tell the difference because we got different hip bones and different bone structure because they have ovaries and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's so commonsensical, and these people just to answer it.
Yeah. Kevin Papenfuss says, I would watch. Nini says the creators of South Park did Basketball and Baseball with Basketball Together. Great movie.
Yeah, basketball.
Basketball. There you go. Oh, did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never did. I never did see that.
It's all right.
So this Cantor does not itself put him or her in the WNBA pool. He'd still have to. Now they call him he. The first part of the story, they've been calling it her. I'll call it it. Still have to satisfy the league's formal eligibility requirements and draft procedures. Now, that announcement arrives just days after that whole Indiana Fever Guard thing with Sophie Cunningham, whose comments opposing transgender participation in women's sports. That's what has ignited this whole discussion across the league. Several players and coaches have publicly expressed support for transgender inclusion, while Cunningham has argued that women's sports should remain reserved for biological females. Yeah, they're all going to flap their lips until they say, okay, good, we're going to allow this. We're going to allow men now to identify as women. And before you know it, you will not have a job in the WNBA anymore because it's got all these transgenders playing. Then what are you going to complain about? Then what are you going to back up? Then what are you going to not back up?
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. I mean, I think it was J.P. Sears. He put up a clip, maybe it was Steven Crowder, but showing the stats of all these transgenders just completely dominating all these sports.
Oh, yeah.
And the worst one that you see is the UFC, where this guy just beats the living shit out of this lady.
Yeah.
I mean, he fractured her skull.
Yeah, but she thought she could take him.
Yeah, well, she thought wrong.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and she has a fractured skull for it.
Yeah, and he didn't even look that big compared to her.
No, that's the thing. These are just a bunch of pussies that want to, because they
were no good in men's sports or boys' sports.
Yep. Yeah.
So they got to think they can go dominate with the women.
Yep.
And that'd be like cheating in a fishing tournament. I couldn't live with myself if I cheated.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. You're no good. You know what? If you're not good at that sport, go find some other hobby or go find something else to do. Don't go play with the women. Don't go try to dominate. Who do you hang around with then? Who do you when you're done with basketball practice, do you hang around with the girls? Because I'm guessing they don't want to hang around with you. And who do you have for friends?
And this is the worst part about it is, sports aside, these people, they want to be in the same locker room as the girls.
Yeah. Yep.
And that is absolute bullshit.
Yep.
If my daughter was like, oh, there's a tranny that is showering with me in school, I'd be like, no. I'd be like, no.
Yep. Right. Right. So the women's national, the WNBA, they responded to this latest controversy by emphasizing inclusion while rejecting efforts to politicize the issue. Here's what they said. We embrace justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. Those are the values that unite this union and allow it to protect women's sports while creating transformational change. Hate, abuse, and demonization of any person or group of people, including transgender people, only fuel fear, division, and harm. We'll continue to have hard conversations, but we will not be used as political pawns. While Cantor is no stranger to political activism, his latest declaration may be more about questioning public policy than a conventional basketball comeback with these guys. And that is true. I don't think they really want to come back, but we've got to get this done and figured out. So whatever, if any of these guys step into a WNBA court, it's going to be more from basketball to governance, and it's going to be, you're going to have to examine how these leagues work and communicate and all this kind of stuff.
I thought Trump already put an executive order saying there are two genders, and so they can't even do this.
Oh, yeah, but states can overturn that.
Oh,
sure. They get the state Supreme Court. And that was also for, I don't think for professional sports. Probably more amateur, like Olympics and things like that.
I mean, there's Title IX for a reason.
Exactly. And I can remember when Title IX first came out, it was a big deal. In my opinion, which I'm not going to use them for now, I think that was the downfall of UND women's hockey, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But what it meant was fair play for women and men. If this team gets that, then that team gets that. It's got to be equal all the way across the board. So this would not be equal. And these people flapping their lips, pretty soon, if it does end up being a bunch of guys in the WNBA, well, then the coaches aren't going to last long either, because the majority of these coaches are women. They're not going to be able to handle it. They're not going to be able to handle the egos. So it's going to wipe out the WNBA, and they're all going to be transgender men.
There's a simple solution to this. I mean, it would be done after like 2 weeks.
Watch soccer?
Yeah. Just make a tranny league. Guys and girls, they can both try out, and it's the tranny league.
Yeah.
And if a girl wants to join, she can join. If a boy wants to join, and it's just totally, it's their prerogative that they want to go into the tranny league.
Yeah, playing at an armory near you, because they won't sell out any basketball courts or any
like I said, it would last
field houses.
It would last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So I don't know your thoughts on women playing or men playing the WNBA. Also, your thoughts on these people being able to wear what they want and using their sport, their job as a platform, which I do not like. If you want equal and you want any gender to be able to play, then this has got to be that way. They're going to have to allow guys, because before you know it, if they don't change something real soon, there's going to be lawsuits. Because if they have open tryouts, like I get it in the NBA, the National Basketball Association, you can have open tryouts. If a girl wants to come and try out, go ahead, try out, because you're not going to make it. You're just not going to make the team. And it's not because it is because you're a girl, but girls are really good at their sports too, but not when it comes to something like that. They're going to be playing against a lot of 7-footers. Back on the way to the English era, Shakespeare's plans were all guys. Women were not allowed to be on stage. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I get that.
Well, yeah, I don't. I was just thinking, like, even if these trannies that want to get in the WNBA, make them try to even qualify for varsity high school basketball team, men's basketball team. See if they can even make that.
Yeah. Yep.
And most of them, they just want the attention.
Yeah, I think so. And while it's obvious, you watch in a WNBA game, they got eyelashes longer than my fingers.
Yeah.
They're wearing blonde wigs. They'll wear the stocking all the way up one leg, but not the other, which I still don't get. Are you having circulation problems in that leg or what? Yeah. I get it. It's your deal. But no, it's turning into a hack league. I still think that if there's any good white players, they don't like it. I really, truly think that. And it's a shame because back in the day, one of the best teams in the NBA, I mean, you had the Boston Celtics, who had Danny Ainge, Larry Bird, the big guy from Minnesota. A lot of their team was white, and they were still kicking the crap out of teams that were majority black. Kevin McHale. But I think they get mad. I think in the WNBA, I think some of these colored people get mad that the white people are getting more TV time and more coverage
Because they're better.
because they're better.
Yeah.
In a sport that's predominantly not that way. But that's
Well,
led to
it's-
all of this. It's led it
well,
to be
yeah,
the
it-
hack league.
Yep. And I think this might contribute a lot to it too. Is there one WNBA player that can dunk?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple.
There's
It's
a
ju-
couple.
It doesn't happen very often, but there's a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much got to have nobody on you. There's a couple of girls that can do it, though.
Yeah.
Nothing like the NBA. So, anyway.
So they rely on their shooting.
Yep. Shooting, rebounding, passing.
Yep.
You watch the Minnesota Lynx. They're good. I mean, they pass the ball really well. They've got a rookie who's probably going to be rookie of the year this year, and she wears these funky glasses and got these funky hair. But just a little thing, good point guard.
I've seen the highlights of Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah,
I mean, she's dropping threes from
Sure.
way past the 3-point line.
oh yeah, she can get them anywhere.
But the big thing is that I noticed she's really good at passing.
Yeah.
She's constantly hitting up her other plays. And she's on the same team as Sophie, isn't she?
Yes, they are.
Yep.
It's just that the rest of the team isn't that good. And that's too bad about that. Again, before we wrap up the show, folks, 701-213-0863 is our number. 701-213-0863. Good day, guys. So, from Al, there you go. And you are right, Nini, back in the day, women were not allowed to do anything, really. Not allowed to vote, not allowed to hardly talk, not allowed to be on stage.
The good old days.
But then again,
Joking. It's a joke, everybody.
right. Title IX. Remember, Title IX is to make all of this stuff even. But now it's one step forward, two steps back. I use that terminology a lot, but it seems like that's what's happening. They fought and fought and fought to get this WNBA to where it's at, and now it's just turning it into a big crap show. Is in my opinion, it's turning it into a crap show. Right now, the media they're getting is not good media. It's not positive media, and I don't think it's going to help them one bit. So anyway, all right, we're going to be ready to wrap it up. We got Dirty Thursday tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a minute. But
and different news really quickly.
okay,
So the Fauci thing
Oh,
just keeps getting worse and worse. So now they got texts that he had sent out where he was saying one thing in private and another thing in public.
oh gee, go figure.
Yeah, where, it should have just been completely transparent. And the big one that they're talking about right now with the controversy is that he knew that there were studies that showed that the vax was causing problems during pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on TV and he said that there is no science to support that there is any problem to do it. But he had text prior to that with another doctor going back and forth showing that there was actually
Yeah.
like problems with it, and he just completely lied to the public about it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's absolutely. This guy just needs to rot in a cell until he dies.
He's going to get his day. I hope he gets his day because I think he has been subpoenaed now, if I remember right. So he's going to have to start answering questions. He's going to have to quit that I plead the fifth crap.
Yep.
And the auto pen is what pardoned him.
Yep.
No human did. It was the auto pen. So they're going to have to go to the Supreme Court till they figure that out and all that.
Well, and the other thing that's so interesting about it too is that so his pardon went back 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
That was the same year that he started the gain of function research in Wuhan.
Yep.
The exact same
Gee,
year.
go figure.
Yep, the exact
Coincidence?
same. Yeah, coinkydink.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so just the fact that number just had just miraculously added up. It's like, oh wow, yeah, okay. So you killed millions and millions and millions of people, and you're going to get away with it.
Yep. And, it's funny because people still will argue with me about on social media about the jab and the pandemic and all of that. They just drank the Kool-Aid.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Black bag him and send him to Russia.
There you go. Bring them to the train station.
Yep.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for us. What is a woman NBA? Forks BS. Want to thank you guys for texting and calling in today. Texting anyway. Think of a subject for next Wednesday. All right, we want to hear from you. Again, feel free to call or text 701-213-0863. Let's get something to talk about. In fact, shoot us an email if you want. We're at local@gfbestsource.com. If you want to email us a couple of days before what you'd like to talk about, I'll get the information. I'll do the fact-finding as much as I can, and let's talk. We're not here to throw you under the bus unless you're one of these dumb people that we were talking about today. Did that make any sense? Anyway, our show today, by the way, brought to you by JD Construction. When you finally come to the conclusion that you just can't get your heavy construction done on your own, call JD Construction to get the job done right. JD Construction has the right equipment for the right job, big or small. Excavating, demolition, spring cleanup. Farmers, get all your ditch work or tree lines cleaned up before planting season. JD Construction also does concrete work and concrete removal. From small excavating jobs to big jobs needing a laser system or a dozer or a payloader with a grapple. And they have the trucks to haul material to or from the job site. JD Construction can do the job the right way. Contact them today by calling 701-740-4220. There's still some spring openings left or schedule work for fall too. JD Construction, getting the job done the right way. Call 701-740-4220. Alrighty, that's going to wrap it up for us. Dirty Thursday tomorrow, brought to you by River City Speedway. A couple of wingless sprint car drivers are going to be in the studio, and we can't wait. Jeremy Lisakowski and Nick Sherrick will be in. It's going to be fun. Make sure to tune in and make sure to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone. It dings every time we go on the air. We're back on YouTube, too, by the way, and how cool is that? We love the Forks. We're Grand Forks' best source. We're giving the Forks their identity back.